Hot Facts with Robert Reese. With Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Gig economy. Robert Reese. News channel. Gig economy. News channel. Hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Hot facts. Hot facts. Hot facts. Hot facts.
Tonight, I want to start with Robert. You have a different approach to taking orders and how you work these platforms. And I maybe I should preface this a little bit more here with Robert does a thing that many of you might not be familiar with. It's called awesome customer service.
I've been in the drive-thru for a long time, and they gave me this. All the ice has melted, and I'm not going to give this to my customer. I'm going to make them give me some more Sprite, Sierra Mist. I'm at the Taco Bell for my customer. Let's see what happens. I hate it when they do this. That's why when I go inside, I make sure to tell them to give me the drink after I get the food. All right. All the ice melted. Can you put some more Sierra Mist so that they can get a one that's not watered down? Thanks, man. That's all you got to do, people. It's their job. It's your job. If I don't do that, they're going to get a watered down drink, and then they're going to say, oh, no tip. And you're going to be mad because they didn't tip. And you guys are going to say no tip, no trip. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Would like to say that I wanted to put that up, and simply because it's something that it's not even something that's extra, but if you just think about the little things, it can help you on your order. Now, let's say you deliver a watered down drink. The customer, they're going to blame it on the restaurant, but it falls on you. So little things like that can help you. We're going to talk about some things here, and we're going to make sure that for those of you out there who are just getting into a YouTube channel, anything on social media, today's show is going to be about sticking to your goals, creating your goals, putting them down, setting them, and sticking to them. Okay, sticking to your goals. Okay, and you have to make sure you do that. I still have 23 more days left in my complete year, and I have to make sure that I go through all of the rest of these 23 days before I even start my phase 2 and what I have planned. But we're going to start off with this, and we're going to start off with a goal setting. Okay, goal setting. Okay, I'm going to share one screen right now, and then I'm going to get into the other screens. Goal settings. Now, this screen is not going to be I'm going to say everything, but we're going to go ahead and do this right now. We're going to go ahead and just have this sitting here right now. So what's up, Ricky Knight? And by the way, Kevin Hawthorne was in here. That's Kevin Hawthorne all the way from Lakeland, Florida. If you guys are nearby Lakeland, Florida, make sure you guys stop by. They have a terminal there where all the tourists go. He is the main attraction there. And 3 or 4 of the news channels, they get in contact with him and they make sure that he gets on camera. He is the guy down there. That's Kevin Hawthorne all the way from Lakeland, Florida. Go ahead and share some love. Check my man out. Okay. What's up, Ricky Knight? I want to say Kia Pros, Kia Sports, Kia, you know what? I want to leave this here. I think I might have, you know what? I'm going to share the Kia Pros Moreno Valley. Also, right now, what they do have going on down at the Kia Car Pros, this is on Auto Mall Drive, people. It's the only Kia spot there. It's directly diagonal across from the Starbucks and the Ono Hawaiian barbecue, but El Pollo Loco is right there also. Make sure that when you do go down there, now, if you do go down there, if you mention Hot Facts, they have a discount for you. When you set goals, people, they come. If you head to the Moreno Valley, Kia Car Pros, okay, head down there, Auto Mall Drive. Let me show you what just happened. And if you get down there, people, you can mention Hot Facts, and they will go ahead and give you the Hot Facts with Robert Reese discount. And that's there at the Auto Mall here. This goes into, we're going to get into goal setting, like I said, and how to do everything. But we're going to make sure that we incorporate these things too. This is part of my year right now. I'm going to share this screen to show you the Kia Car Pros and Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Okay, we are going to be ringing bells right now. Let's go ahead and ring some bells. Let's go ahead and ring these bells. Let me shut my butt on up. People, I am right now, Kia Pros, the best. When I say the best, when you come around here, you need a car. They have the best sales staff. I deliver to these people every day. They take care of you. They meet you outside. They make sure that you, whatever you want, they will do that. And guess what's going to happen today? Hot Facts with Robert Reese is going to ring the bell. He's going to ring the bell. He's going to ring the bell in Kia Pros. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Can we ring this bell? Let's go ahead and ring this bell. Let's go ahead and ring this bell. Let's go ahead and ring the bell. Let's ring the bell. Hot Facts with Robert Reese. You guys just So, just to let you know, they were on the megaphones and everything. And as you saw, for a split glimpse when I cut that off, they had 2 people actually filming me from Kia. I walked in and did my own thing on one take, went ahead and knocked that out. But if you head to the Kia Sports, Moreno Valley, that's on Auto Mall Drive, make sure you mention Hot Facts with Robert Reese. One of the best things about setting goals, and let's go ahead and get into these setting goals. When you set these goals, you have to make sure that you are going to be able to achieve your goals. You never set something that's going to be out of reach to where you cannot do it. You put something there so that you can fight and actually do what you got to do to make that happen. Now, when I came in 2022, people, one of my main things when I saw what was wrong with the gig world was that they are doing a lot of things wrong with the people. I don't care what app you are, cut the app out. Just cut the app out, because on every app, there's a human being that you have to interact with. Customer service, the merchants, the customers, and anybody else in between. Okay, let's go ahead and just stop that there. All right, you got to make sure that. So one of my goals that I set for myself was, how can I get in to an economy, okay? First goal was to figure out how can I implement myself into the economy that I'm trying to get into so I can now create something. So first, what you have to do, people, you have to learn the lane that you want to do and how you're going to be able to go ahead and get into it. Okay. My thing was I did a couple of introductory videos. Remember, introduction, presentation, short story, and close. I did a couple of introduction videos. Okay. And then I started all the way off on the shorts. The reason why I did that is I knew what the business was going to be for 2023. Mid 2023, the shorts, you were going to be getting paid at like 45%. So it's going to be a little less than the regular videos, but they're going to start paying you a whole lot more. And as long as you have learned how to create those, you will go ahead and do. So I said, okay, how can I get in? I saw that the gig world was my avenue. I said, step one, how do I get into the gig world? For anybody else out there, your gig world could be if I do shoes, if I do fashion, if I do jewelry, if I sell reptiles, if I am an environmentalist, if I'm a chef. You have to figure out, okay, how can I literally implement myself to start my videos up? You now have to have targets. You look at people who are doing what they are doing, and then you look at the ones who are doing it, but no one pays attention to. Those should be your targets there, because those are steps that you can achieve. You can't reach the highest one right off the jump. Okay? So you start there. It doesn't matter what it is. If you fish, if you race cars, if you do RC, Nitro Freak is the king of RC, building the cars from scratch and showing you everything and the final product. He is the king of RC cars. The Sunfish King is fishing wise. Oh, there's nobody messing with him. The Sunfish King gets out there. He has more sponsorships from people that he collaborates with than anybody I've ever seen on YouTube. The Sunfish King. All right. You set these goals. So then you see the people there where you say, okay, they're doing it. You set your sights on the people that are not getting the views so that you have something to work with. You're giving yourself, okay, I'm going to come in. I got next on the basketball court. I'm about to go in there and play against these people. You go play against these people, okay? And then you see how it is, okay? Once you figured out that they allowed you to come onto the court 4 consecutive days, you have now implemented yourself into the community, because these people are normally people that go on and chat and click the live links on the higher ones, and now you are implemented in. So you did that. Kudos there. It's one of the first steps. You do that there. Then you figure out, hey, now that I'm here, what do I do? Let's look around. Let's look around. You look around, right? My main thing, and my rules are like this, people. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. I learned that from my mom. So whatever you don't take out of this, you don't even need that. Just take in what you need. Okay? So while you're looking around, I'm like, hey, I'm going to do it like this. What are they not doing? First, you have to figure out, and this is why I have a book, and it's called it's for managing and project managing. When you manage a project, people, you have to establish what your project is. Create a name for your project. Then you have to go fully in to even break that down. I had for 1 whole year, Operation Cleanse. That was the name of my overall. One of the biggest steps, people, is you have to put this in writing so you keep yourself honest. It was Operation Cleanse. You say, why Operation Cleanse? First step, get myself into a community. See what they are not doing. See what they are doing. I figured out that everyone does 40-minute videos, 25-minute videos, and their title is at the very end of every video to try to get someone to watch all of that. No one wants to pay attention to that. It's all about hitting them fast and quick so that you can gain the traction, which is going to be the next step we're going to talk about. Okay. I said, all right. I said, they don't care about the merchants, the people, or anything. Not one of them do it. Not one. There is not one channel. Not one channel. So figure out what they are not doing. Say you're going to do it. And then you go in to maximize. Okay. Those three, part of Operation Cleanse. My next step, people, my next step, I said I have to gain traction. How can I gain traction? And this is what you guys should be trying to pay attention to if you're trying to build a brand and a channel. How can I gain traction? The only way to gain traction is to repetitively hit them in the face. Now, what that means is, if I do nothing but 25-minute videos that nobody even really cares about, how much traction can I get? If I go look at the other platforms, the Facebooks, the TikToks, the Instagrams, the LinkedIns, and all the other ones where it's all reels. It's all like a minute long. On Facebook, it's real grimy. It's 30 seconds and that's it for a reel. Real grimy. So if someone does a 40-minute video, how can I make sure I can get traction? Well, I'm going to hit them. How many times can I hit them in a 40-minute video? That should be about 40 videos, right? All right. So if I do that, people, you can now do the math to see why I have about 1,600 videos and I have 23 days left before my whole year is complete. How can I gain traction? That's what you have to go ahead and try to figure out for yourself. Gaining traction. How can I gain traction? You have to gain traction by getting in front of everyone's face. Now, I'm going to make a few points right here. On YouTube, you have to make $100, okay? When you're monetized, you have to make $100 in order for you to get that 70%. If not, you don't get that. I look at people put up their stuff. They're at $36 and $40 and things like that. And that's with super chats and everything else, right? Then I see channels where people will donate $50 to keep people out of there, $100 for this and that. And they're making a lot of money on the super chats because once you clear $100, you're able to get your 70%. Okay. So I'm normally floating around like $28 at the end because I'm not getting the super chats. I don't care about those because I make my business with the actual companies that you see me on videos with. I make my business with them, which then goes in to save me, which means that I am still accomplishing the goal. They're not charging me and I'm able to go ahead and do that. Now, I'll give you an example of how this works. When Real Talk with Roy first got monetized, Rideshare with Rodeo, okay, he super chatted Roy $99. Why did he super chat Roy $99 and not the full 100? The reason is he knows that people have to come in and watch your stuff in order for you to get the rest. Somebody else will try to do that. But he could have gave him the 100 and Roy could have got $70. But he don't even make that himself. So he gave him $99. Most people make pennies here on YouTube. So you got to understand that when you are creating these goals also. You got to understand this. And this goes into the traction mode still. I said that, well, if no one's making money, I'm going to figure out how I can make money on the back end, but still gain traction. So I start creating more and more shorts, and I have about 1,000 gig work videos. I don't know what the criteria is, but they told me I don't do enough gig work for me to be a gig channel. which is absolutely great. I love that. I love that. For this reason here, one of my other steps in task, okay, in traction mode was, how can I get other people, while this market is small in the world of everyone, how can I get other regular people to pay attention to the gig world also? That's where I pull up on random vehicles, classic cars, different businesses, things like that. I pull up on them to be able to get them involved. And then I teach them and I ask them, do they have this service? Then I teach them. Now, when I do that, I am actually implementing myself from the previous step to be involved, and I get them to watch. And now I am giving the gig world to other people who really want to see what's really going on, especially if you own your own business and you're trying to figure out, why are they not picking up my stuff? That's something that I'm giving to the people, which is why Kia Car Pros and people like that, I love these people. I want to give a shout out to Armando's, okay, the one on Iris, Armando's Mexican food, and I want to give a super, my goodness, R Burgers, Moreno Valley, the one on University and Riverside, and the other one off of Canyon Springs. All the food tastes great, but here in Moreno Valley, they get it to you right then and there. All you got to do is go ahead and check in. All they're asking is that you check in as a driver, and they will have it ready for you just like that. Make sure you head there. That's the R Burger. That is on Alessandro Boulevard, people. Directly across from the Wieners Stencil. You'll see it in the same parking lot. So I said, all right, I'm going to get involved with these different merchants and teach them what's going on, because they are actually using these apps for people to come and pick up orders from their place. So I'm implementing myself more. And then when I get them to watch more, they watch all the other shorts and everything else like that. And every video I put out, short-wise, on Gig World or not, these other people are watching, which is why, people, I'm going to put this up, but I'll give you what we're doing right now. I'll tell you what we are doing right now. We are doing, let me go ahead and refresh, 12,424 views every 60 minutes right now. There's a slew of videos doing their thing, but that's all part of implementation, simply because when you implement yourself right, the other people with word of mouth, which is a goal and a task, you implement yourself. How can you get in to do what they are not doing, capitalize on what they are not doing, and get more people involved from the community and outside? One of the biggest things you got to do in whatever you are trying to do, people, one of the biggest things, all right? I want to give a big shout out to the Lion's Den, the lounge. I was going to put up, I have it on queue. I was going to put it up. When Always Cherry Pick went off on me, and I'm not going to bring up the racist stuff. I'll just bring up this part right here. He called me Stutterbox about 18,000 times. And all I want to do is say this. If you were someone that clicked on there and you just happened to click on there and you have a speech impediment in any way, we can still speak publicly and they cannot shut us up. You see how I was able to elongate my word right there? They cannot shut us up. Do not stay silent. Do not be scared. Open your mouth and speak. Open your mouth and speak. That's a task that we have to deal with our whole life. But once you can do it like this, I'm going to put myself up there for you as the people's champ, as the stuttering champ, as the speech impediment champ. This speech impediment champ was able to get Kia Car Pros to ring the bell, have me ring the bell, and then put up all of the sirens and the horns. Okay? Okay? I was able to do all of that with the speech impediment. Look. My daughter's friends knows that we're doing hot facts. We're not buying anything. I'm doing my show. You guys knew that. You guys knew that. Look at Victor smiling. See you later, Victor. Look at Victor smiling. They want to show me the rocks. They're trying to sell rocks. These kids are hilarious. But look, guess what HotFacts does? Even the little kids that go around, they want to sell and create business for themselves because I teach that to them also. Do you get that? Get yourself out there. I even got the little kids running around saying HotFacts. They're at school at recess and everything, talking about HotFacts. They're next door at the neighbors trying to sell rocks from the rainy mud outside. If they sell any of them rocks, they are better than all the people who get out there as grown people who are afraid to go out there and knock on the door to make that business. But that's traction. So whenever they want to sell lemonade or something else, they've already built the traction up to go ahead and do that. Do you guys get what it is? You can even teach a kid that. Now, you're in the lane. You got the people. You got all the other stuff. Now, look at how I just jumped off the speech impediment thing. I'm right back in the business. Because people with the speech impediment are not allowed to speak. But let me tell you this. When we are doing spoken word, we sing or we are reciting, no stutter comes out because our pipes are right where they should be. Now, you got them there. You're doing what's not being done. Now the next step is, now that I have this going on, how long do I stay in this phase? Because I'm not done, right? I did ride-alongs for about 6.5 months, I think. I did ride-alongs. I only used the ride-along so I can stay relevant with the community I was in. You have to figure out what they are doing in that community also. I said that too. In the community that I came in, they're doing ride-alongs. If you don't do a ride-along, they somehow don't respect you. So as long as I do ride-alongs, and I did 3 ride-alongs a day, I broke my shift up to do 3 videos a day. Okay, I'll do 3 ride-alongs while they're doing 1 ride-along. So now I'm out working them, and they don't even know I'm starting off like that. They're doing 1 ride-along, and I'm doing 3. Okay? Just broken up in shifts. With the ride-alongs, each ride-along, if I'm doing 3, I was able to do at least 4 to 5 shorts on each ride-along, which means I was putting up like 20 videos a day. And while putting 20 videos up a day, you're able to, because now there's another part of traction. It's called the algorithm. There is an algorithm. There's another phase of traction. So I figured out how to go ahead and do the algorithm. I did 20 videos a day. When they told people if you post once a day or once a week, you're good, why would I do what they say? What they say is going to keep you in the same realm. I did 20. While doing 20 videos a day, it allows you a higher chance, people. Now you got to figure out the algorithm traction. How many videos gain this many views on doing this and that? You got to figure out, well, if it's a lotto and they say 1 in 4 lotto tickets win, right? If I do 20 videos a day, that means at least 4 of my videos are going to be all right for the day. Because 1 is going to be a bogus. Bam. Okay? So I have to track and target the algorithm also. Now, when I said I have to follow people and watch people who are not doing certain things, you have to look at the bottom feeders. I looked at the Bud Sodas who have like 300 subs. I looked at my goodness, there was like 9 of them. I looked at 9 of them. Okay, I looked at the highest ones where I said that is the goal. That was when I first got in was Dustin is Driving, Paid to Drive, Bentley Coupe, Your Driver Mike, and I found Pedro. Those were the 5. Then I found Nugs. Those were 6. Then I found Megan Risman, Bree, and then I found the ride share. He does like a talk show. He has like a gang of subs. And I was like, that's the goal for a show. That's the goal for a show, but I still got to put him in here. These are the people that are at the level that where the subs are there and they are making money off of YouTube with super chats and everything. On everything. Okay. I looked at Rideshare Rodeo, Kim's Side Money Plans, Hannibal is Hungry. I looked at GigTube. I looked at not Bentley Coupe, Gigi Condon. I looked at UDM. I looked at these people. I looked at Mushi Moo. I looked at Mushi Moo, Jacob Warren. I looked at them as the middle tier. They are the middle tier with the gig world. So I'm putting my steps in place, right? Once I saw that I got the attraction of the higher ones without the middle ones, I said, okay, now what can I do? Once I get on and I got an interview, that means I allowed myself to go into the next phase, attraction mode. Since I'm going to appear on one person's thing, I can now start interviewing everyone else because I was there. So I start interviewing people to make sure I am fully going into that. All right. That's what you got to do too, people. You got to figure out how to go ahead. Once you see the door open, get in the door, put your foot down, and start working it. I also looked at the subscribers that the people had. Okay. I saw that they said that you have to have 1,000 subscribers. I set a personal goal of 3,500 for 1 year because I thought that that's what I can do. If someone has like 300,000 and this person has like 50, 3,000 should be something I can do. So I said, okay. I have to do a video also for the people that are watching that don't even know about the gig world to make sure they watch. My daughter has a video and it's about racism and colorism within one's own race. Because the topic is so dynamic, it acquired 1,800 subs, right? I had a whole bunch of shorts coming out before then, but now that one's there, those people that saw that one went to watch my other shorts and all those gig ones also, introducing them to the gig world. So I put a video out there to attract people from outwards. I got like 5 of those. As far as the shorts like that really attract like that. Okay. I got 1,000 videos on Gig World and like 700 of those are shorts showing different things. And the craziest thing is once you do that, when people start seeing what your message is, they start watching all your other ones and then they start subscribing every single minute on how it goes. And then you start growing. And I'm going to show you guys so that you guys can see. I'm going to show you guys. Let's pull up. I'll do it like this. I'll do this first. Just so you can see what I mean. Because visual is what you got to see also. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Let me go ahead and start sharing stuff. New achievement, 4,000 subs 3 days ago, people. We up there killing it. Analytics. Okay, so we're doing this. Let's go here. All right. So this is 48 hours, every 48 hours, okay? So we'll do every 48 hours first. Okay, every 48 hours, It says right now 328,441 views. Well, it just went up some. Every hour, 12,921 views right now. Now, okay, this video right now, 48 hours, 34,000 views. Look, this video is almost at 5,000. This one's almost at 3,000. That one's almost at 1,000. I want you guys to look over here for when you set your goals. They even break it down to every 60 minutes, right? So I want you guys to understand this. If there's 24 hours in a day, and if a video is doing 156 views in 60 minutes, people, that's going to mean in 24 hours, people, they're going to be doing almost 3,000 views. So if you have a lot of videos, okay, people, let's go every 60 minutes right now. All these videos break down to where even in 1 week, it's going to break down to enough views in 1 week. Now we're going to read these. Okay. My man said, no CDL, no problem. This is actually a gig video. He's using his own truck to go ahead and pick up work so other truckers can't do him with his own truck. It's gig work. DoorDash, this is your problem right here. Okay. Attention all parents is something we all got to watch. Okay. Achieving your goals, we're doing that right now as we speak. Okay, customers are awesome. That's gig. Oh, look, gig work, Kia Pros, gig, DoorDash, delivery problems. All of these, DoorDash. Look, all of these prove he bugs me. That's DoorDash again too. No tip, no trip. All of these videos, 80% is all gig related. So even with the other videos here, people, acquiring a target audience and then bringing them into a world you are trying to gain success in, but you also can be a part of the other world also. One of the main things you got to do, you got to make sure you are universal. You got to make sure you're universal. Okay? You got to make sure you're universal. Okay? Now watch this. I'm on my YouTube studio. This is the YouTube studio. Now watch this. Let's go to last 365 because I still got some stuff left. Now watch this. Views, right? Watch this. Let me see. Look at these people. Look at these. Now look, I even have a series for California's homeless situation. I have about 10 videos dedicated to that. I have at least 12 videos dedicated to DoorDash. This is your problem. I have a series of individual videos that I put up also. All these videos get views. I can keep going down to see more, but this is some of the things that we got to pay attention to. Now I'm going to go ahead and do this. Go ahead and do this. Go ahead and do this. I'm going to put myself here. Okay, we're going to watch this as it goes. Now, the mid-tier people who I set my sights on, I said, well, if I can do 3,000, 3,500 subs in 1 year is what I can actually do, I'm going to go at them. So I always had like Hannibal and Kim Side and, the people that were floating around 2,300, 2,400, 2,500. When I started, I said, well, I'm going to go ahead and use them to beat them. Revolution told me that I think you're going to get 5,000 subs before the year is over. That's what he told me himself. So then I penciled in his goal because I didn't do that myself. Someone saw something in me, and I said, let me see if I can do it. So as of right now, I passed up Kim Side Money Plans. I passed up Hannibal. I passed up every other person that I said were in the middle tier. Nova Dasher, all these other people who I set out there to go ahead and try to get, I passed them in subs. But that's just subs. My other mission was this. I have to try to compete with them on a live show also. I said, all right. Pedro is like the only one that does the live like that. Pedro will get like 2,000 after like a week or something else like that. Mine is one of his highest ones. It's like at 9,500. It was his highest one for 8.5 months out of the year. My interview, which is another way to gain traction. I said, all right. I'm looking at the other people, right? I'm looking at the Flexes. He was another one for the lives. Flex is doing like Flex, Rideshare, Rodeo, Kim Site, Money Plans, Hannibal. Those were the ones I was targeting for live shows. So I started off in like the realm of John McCallion and people like that. You're just not going to get those views. But my shorts were there, and I did a live every day to make sure that I was going to be able to at least be in the people's faces every day, keep hitting them until they watch. I started getting up to the point to where I started doing lives, and my concurrent viewers would go from like 5 to like 10 to 12. Now my concurrent viewers, when I watch, it's always in the realm of Roy, Rideshare, Rodeo, Kim Side. It's always going to be in between the 25 to 40 mark. Mr. Flex, I'm in their realm now. Now that I have knew that I can get that concurrent, the concurrentness, I said, let me see how much are they doing. They're doing like these lives that go for all day and all night, right? And now, if you're a sports and a stats guy, the past 7 lives, my views have surpassed all of them on my live shows, which means that the people who I put in for my task, I'm actually going in and I'm fighting to get there. One thing that happens is when you go viral, it gives other random people a chance to go and hear you speak live. And when they hear you speak live, the other people that you gain the traction from that are not even from your world, they're coming into a different show where we go ahead and showcase. This is why today is all about sticking to your goals, creating your goals, achieving your goals for social media, YouTube specifically, so that you guys can know how to do it. A lot of people get up here and say, we're going to hide things. Let's keep these secret. No, let's go ahead and teach these people how to actually do it step by step. There's a lot of people that say that if you have shorts, then your channel don't count. Well, the business plan for the future is paying the people that do those. They tell you don't do those because you'll gain a lot of subscribers. They want people to be stuck in to not do things so that they can make and you can't. Don't listen to any of that. That's why you create your goals, you write them down, and you don't even move to the next step until you complete one step. You don't even move to the next step. And you don't let no one tell you that you cannot do it like that. They never wrote it down to do it. So don't listen to them. Complete these steps yourself. Write them down. Take enough to say, hey, I'm going to do this for me. If you can actually follow your own plan, you know how in school we follow the agenda, we follow that syllabus, we do all of this stuff, right? The teacher creates that. The school creates that, right? And you go complete it. Have you ever created your own agenda and syllabus for yourself? When you do that, it will happen. And I'll tell you this, the video that I have going super ham right now, it's going super ham. This video is going super ham. I'm going to tell you why it's doing it. This video is a video of a black guy with the George Jefferson receding hairline, right? The barber who's doing his gig figured out a way to do the meanest toupee of all time. The reason why the video is doing this many views, black women get weaves, they get fake hair, and women in general get fake hair and nails and everything, right? Men don't put things up like this, right? It's a guy in the barber shop getting the whole operation done. They do the front, then they cut them off, put the head stuff on. They put on the human hair. He went and tapered it in and did all of that. It was a man doing what women actually do, which makes the women and the men watch that video. It's also showing if someone with the receding hairline, what they will do. How many men are going bald? How many men going bald would actually do this? How many men going bald that will actually do this are like, yes, let's really do it. That video has allowed all those people who are watching it right now to go through my playlist and watch all the rest of these videos that have now bumped all of the viewage every hour up. I was able to get them in, and you have to do that in whatever community you were doing it in. But you won't be able to do that if you don't write your steps of your goals down, and you have to complete them. I have 23 days left. Okay? I have 23 more days left before phase 1 can be finished. Okay? 53 more days left. So with 23, I mean, the 25th of January, I got like 23 days left. I cannot stop because what I did do was I accomplished my 3,500 and I did Revolution's goal of 5K. I had a complete goal, okay, of duplicating everything I did in the first part, and then for the first one I got monetized to duplicate it and then do it after. So I have maybe like, I'm like 70,000 views away from what I'm supposed to be from that. So I have that there. Okay. I have that there. So I am not done yet. And I still have to do my 23 days to complete all of these because I am not done yet. Year in review. I interviewed the highest of the highest and appeared on the highest of the highest in the gig world on their shows, except for a few. I interviewed more people. I interviewed more individual people, which was another task that I did because I wanted to show people that I can be an interview show also. I interviewed more people than anyone did. Okay, which was a goal. I wrote this as a personal goal, like an incentive for me. The same thing they do to basketball players and football players. You get this many sacks, you average this many rebounds or points, you get these things. So I put things in place for me to try to go ahead and get. I interviewed, my main thing was trying to interview someone that was really important. I was able to talk to the kid that beat up the police officer in New York at the Turnpike that was on CNN and MSNBC and everything else, and he refused to speak to the other networks. But I was one of the people who was lucky enough to actually interview the kid. That was an important one there. Snoop Dogg bought Death Row this year. He has an artist by the name of Snoopy Badass who is the first and official, and he has the first Death Row chain from when Snoop bought it. I am the person that cleared his name, that have him doing more shows now, simply because they said he was a snitch and he's lying. I did the video that cleared it, and he called me live on my show, and I have it for you guys to watch. Type up Snoopy Badass Hot Facts. Taps in. I did that. There is a engaging and entertaining fellow by the name of C. Mac the Lope, 5-5 crab. His manager, ODM Slim, is on No Jumper all the time, and he's involved with everything. And the major rappers have to tap in with him when they come in. I have been featured on a few of his lives on there on camera and engaging with all the rest of the stuff. That's another one. I was able to get in there and interview the mayor of my city. I interviewed the mayor of my city also. I was also able to get in there with Kia Car Pros with the corporate and have them, you guys saw what they did with me. 5 things. I had 5 things on my checklist that I had to do. I didn't know how they were going to happen, but they happened. I wrote those down as personal achievements. If you're not trying to achieve it, it will not happen. If you don't write it down, it will not happen. I also said that I'm going to do what the other gig people don't do is I can associate myself with every merchant and food place and business in the area, and they can't because they do no tip, no trip. One of my main tasks was to show the people what they were doing. So all the merchants I go into, I let them know about no tip, no trip. Every customer I talk to, I let them know about no tip, no trip. So I'm actually involving everyone around in order to make sure what I say can go. I know that these other people can't do it. Dashing Trader got deactivated. He was shown as a fraud. He can't go and put himself as a fraud and cheating, align the businesses where he is. Pedro can't do that. These other people can't do that. They've talked about the wrong things so much that it allows someone like me who has a clean lane to acquire more than what you guys have done in 3 years. Hannibal did an interview with Dashing with Ash or whatever, and she went over that. Man, I've been here for a while. I've had channels and all this other stuff. And she said that she was using music from other channels, mainstream, and she got all these views, but she was getting copyright strikes and everything, which is why I told you guys also, while creating my lane on HotFacts, I said everything is going to be original. How can I make and create everything that's original so that everyone I work with can get paid too? All right. All the music and everything that's on my channel, people, are from Team HotFacts. We own everything. I allow you guys to put my stuff up. I can easily hit a button. That's how you create your business for yourself also. What do I need? I need a logo. I need a logo. First of all, I need a logo. You need a logo. With your logo, let me tell you what else you need. You need a saying. HotFacts is much more than a brand. It is the truth behind what you stand for. You need a slogan. Objectives, tasks, goals. You need a slogan. How can you describe your slogan? Can you break down if someone said we want to sign you? Can you give them a presentation to represent your brand? Goals, objectives. How many people can you get to represent your brand? I have hundreds of people saying you're watching HotFacts with Robert Reese, and whenever you see a major car spot, auto shop like Kia Pros on the megaphone saying you're watching HotFacts with Robert Reese, when you see all the businesses in my area, how many people can you get to vouch for your brand? How many of those businesses will vouch for a brand that puts them down and makes them lose money? Goals and objectives. You have to stick to these, people. While you're going through all of these steps, there's going to be a lot of people. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to take you or try to make you not do those steps. If you don't do those steps, you stop and they keep going and you don't. That's why you write them down. That's why you write them down. You write them down. What else can you do? Well, this year, I gave out maybe 8 different delivery boxes, not delivery bags. I've given out an X amount in gas money. I've given out placards for nighttime for vehicles. So I have actually done that stuff and showed the people that we also do that here. Giveaways. Now, let me tell you this. If no one's making money on YouTube and you're doing giveaways, how are the giveaways going to give back to the people? Ice Cube said that if you can't go 4 to 5 years without making 25 cents, you don't deserve being in the game. You guys got to understand that. Goals and sticking to them. Now, from the goals I wrote down, I'm not even done. I got 23 more days left before I can even complete my whole thing. What if I don't complete everything? Well, phase 2 has to be put on the back burner until I complete that everything on that paper. Phase 2, 2023 people, this is about to be amazing. The connections and the businesses that I have actually been able to speak to and speak with, you guys are going to start seeing a more in-depth hot facts. Also, a lot of the people that say your videos don't get the views. I do a live show. My live show is a video. My live show, they do way more than my actual videos. And my shorts do way, way more. Now, phase 2 is now still in place. What I'm going to do, I'm going to be more in depth with restaurants. What I mean by that, I'll go ahead and let you guys know a little bit. And I'm going to be able to be in the back while the chef is preparing the food, explaining everything, and I'm going to be able to eat the food. Okay? And I'm going to let this cat out of the bag right now. I'm doing a Lady and a Tramp episode this year. Hot Facts with Robert Reese is doing a Lady and a Tramp episode where me and my wife are going to be at the spot, the Italian spot, and the chef is going to make the food, and we're going to sit down and eat the food. And I'm doing a Lady and a Tramp episode for 2023. Now, I dare any of the people who do no tip, no trip to have these plans in there. You can't have these plans. The objective is to blend in and be with the people, not be opposite. I'm going to be more in depth. I'm lined up to do a ride-along with someone that owns their own ice cream truck. I'm going to actually be in the ice cream truck with the ride-along when they're going through their neighborhood selling ice cream. Because that's a gig. 2023 is going to be more in-depth to show you guys what Hot Facts is all about. And this is what goal setting, keeping to your goals, writing them down. This is going to be for the next phase. I still got 23 more days until I can even think about that. And I got to hit the last thing on this thing. I got to hit it. I got to hit it. If I don't hit it, I failed. I got to hit it. I'm not going to stop the task because you have not completed. You got to understand this. There's a lot of channels you guys might watch, but they don't break it down and tell you like this. A lot of channels fail because they gave up when they were actually on the rise. They were actually on the rise. They gave up. I'm going to see if I can pull this video up right here. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull this video up. Let me go to let's go to library. Let's go. No, let's go history. Let me see. I want to see my Cat Williams. Is it this one or the last one? Because it's about haters. Let me see if it's this one right here. Let me see. And all I gotta do is go to this mark here. And I can see, because if it's not, it's gonna be on the next video, the one I'm supposed to be looking at. Let me just see. Because he's talking about it. Let me see. I'm gonna hit mute. That's the wrong one. So I think it's the one that I need to put up right now, which is this one, because he talks about haters and he talks about them so well, and he does it in like 30 seconds. It's like a 30-second, and he gives the haters the business. And if I can't find it right, I just had it right here. Where did it go? I just had it. You know what? Bam, let me see. No. I'm not gonna do it because I think I'm gonna get flagged too. Well, I'll just tell you what he said. And it was so hilarious. But I'm gonna just say it in regular, not funny. Cat Williams said this. Cat Williams said that if you have 14 haters, he said, women, if you have 14 haters, your goal is to get 18 haters. He said, men, if you got 18 haters, your goal is to get 26 haters. And you guys got to understand that. And he also says that the haters are there because that's what they are actually trying to do. But don't get mad at them. Just try to get more of them. The more of them you have, the more word of mouth you get. Hey, results is everything. Right now I got 20. Look, I got 23 more days. I got 23 more days to achieve some goals. Probably by the end of the night. By the end of the night, I might be at 6,000 subs. So if we're talking about results in the first year of traction, you have to understand that. Ice Cube said, if you can't go this long without, you shouldn't be doing it. That's traction. You acquire your fan base. You target your base. You build up the brand from the jump, and you do that in the first year. You do that in the first year. The first year is all traction. These are the initial results. And it just so happens that the initial results go with the business plan. Try to line yourself up also. Don't try to get in there and be like, man, I can't swim, but they want me to jump off the high dive in 14-foot water. I'm not doing that. Who's doing that? I can't even go to the wading pool first. I can't even do that. You got to also know this, people, that when you are setting your goals and the ones you are writing down, in order to keep you invested and entertained with what you are doing, because it's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough as hell. You have to find someone that you can actually battle and compete with on the one-on-one level. Find someone that you like, man, I could take this person, and you go at them. You find ways to get that person to engage with you, and you want to find someone that has a following where people go ahead and watch. You want to get the person to engage with you all the time. So it really is a battle, and it keeps you entertained and motivated to complete your task. You got to find a person for that. If you don't find a person like that in whatever you are trying to do, chances are you're going to quit. This is what I would tell people personal training wise. New Year's comes, right? We got New Year's resolutions, right? We tell the people you're going to get the most sales in the gym as memberships, right? You're going to see people come in and sign up for the gym, and then all those people are going to die on out, right? What I would tell my clients when I'm doing a walkthrough, I would have them look at the people and see their faces. And I want to say this. When you're done training with me for these first 3 months, let's see how many of these people are still here. You guys didn't hear what I said. I would tell the people, when you are done training with me in these first 3 months, you're going to see if these people are still here. I don't think you guys heard what I just said. I tell the people, after you are done training with me these first 3 months, you will not see these people here. Well, how is that going to happen? That person has to train with me for 3 months, right? ABC, always be closing. And guess what will happen? That would actually happen. So I told the truth. And they hit every goal we put on the paper. And the other people quit. That's why you stick to your goals. When people troll you, accept the trolls. When you're on YouTube or social media, accept the trolls. Accept that. Accept all the trolls. Accept that. They have to actually go on to what you are and engage with your content. Accept them. Here's what you will not do, though, for your goals. Okay? They'll come in and try to do all type of distractions to make you stop. Just don't quit. That's why you write it down. You put it over your room and all this other stuff. I interviewed Jonathan Rivers, right? And I remember when I was like 17 years old, 16, 17 years old, Rivs had $1,600. This was back, people, in like 1999. He had $1,600 above his door when he walked out. That was the goal. I still keep that. Like, that was the goal back then because he was a single dude and paying for his stuff. That was what he had so that he looked at whenever he left his house. In my interview with Jonathan Rivers, we talk about that. Go check out the interview with Jonathan Rivers, people. I can also use my own interviews as reference so you guys can learn these things too. He's also a FAA pilot. He's also a FAA pilot. We got someone here in society here who's a troll, see? I do want to say this, though. Yost Malone, you wrote me and asked me if I was going to be free because I've been waiting for the interview that you keep. It's your interview that you were trying to get with me. I saw it popped up in my thing again. So I said, I've been waiting for this for a long time. When's it going to happen? You asked me and you wrote me and you said, are you free tomorrow? Tomorrow is today. I will not do the interview on, you want to do it on Zoom. I have Zoom also. I have the green screen and everything. But you want to do it on Zoom to where when the interview is over and it's not live, you can edit out the interview. I would rather you click a link here live and then, or you go live on your StreamYard and we can do it live and we can go about it like that. I would rather for it to be all the way live, not an interview that you put up as a premiere to where we're typing in and you can't even type that fast. I would rather be live on the mic so we can actually read the questions and be able to respond back like that. I would love to do it like that. I would love to do it like that. So Yost Malone, I'm going to put the link up now and we'll see what type of marbles you have. We'll see what type of marbles you have. Now, we'll see what type of marbles you have. And those are my reasons why I am not going to do your interview on Zoom, because it's never live. It's pre-recorded in a premiere. I will never do it like that. I would rather be live, fully authentic for the people. And if you can set that up, we can do it. Or you can just click my link and I can set it up and all you got to do is do it. All right. I want to give one more shout out and I'm going to redo it again. If you go back to Mr. Flex's live on 164, I really want to show it because it's going to show people to really stick to your goals. But I don't want to show all that negativity. But if you go back and watch his live 164, and if you watch his ride along this morning, I actually wrote him and said, hey, even though we have an issue, I still listen to your channel to listen to the new music when I drive. He told me it's all good. Yeah, man. I said Big L. So he was listening and Big L was rapping and that's what was playing. And it's there on his live. So I even told him that even while we have a difference, I still watch your channel for what I said I do it for the music when you're doing your ride along. That's there. It is there. It is there. So, but on top of that, also on Flex's Live 164, they are actually on the camera with, even though we're online, you know, digital and everything else, you guys will see. They pull up pen and paper taking notes on what I'm saying. And that was the biggest compliment and achievement that I got the whole year, because it means that I was achieving my goals. And the main traction goal was to get them to pay attention to hot facts. And if someone has a pen and paper and they are taking notes and they tell people, see, I told you, and they show their notes, that means that the traction phase was complete. And I just want to give the Lions Den a special thanks for allowing me to view that. And I would like the Lions Den to get another special thanks for allowing me to be able to at least let the people out there who have a speech impediment know that we can do anything. And we can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And that's Philippians 4:13. Now, with that being said, people, I'm out of here. And y'all keep watching Hot Facts because we are growing. Until the next caper, people. I'm out of here like Chuck Woolery. in 2 and 2. Listen to my theme music.
Hot Facts with Robert Reese. With Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Gig economy. Robert Reese. News channel. Gig economy. News channel. Hot facts with Robert Reese.